Imagine buying a simple painting from a thrift store, only to unleash a torrent of fear and misfortune. In 2023, a portrait of an unknown little girl in a red dress gained a chilling reputation as a cursed painting. Its owners spoke of eerie visions, unexplained accidents, and a haunting presence that drove them to desperation. This is the true story of that painting, a tale of mysterious origins, frightened owners, and the bizarre circumstances of its sale that captivated the world. In the summer of 2023, an unremarkable charity shop in the seaside town of Hastings, England, became the starting point of a modern ghost story. A portrait of a young, stern-faced girl in a red dress appeared on the shelf, quietly waiting for a buyer. The painting was old-fashioned in style. The girl's gaze was steady, some would say unnervingly intense, as if she were watching you wherever you went. There was no information about the artist or the girl. A middle-aged man had simply donated the framed painting along with some other picture frames. With a modest price tag of just £20, the portrait seemed like a bargain find. But this innocent-looking artwork was about to earn a very sinister reputation. Shop staff would later recall that the portrait just looked odd, an eerie little girl whose presence made people uncomfortable. It was just another second-hand item in a thrift store until the first brave soul took it home. The painting's dark saga began when the first customer decided to buy it. Drawn by curiosity, or perhaps by the girl's enigmatic eyes, a woman purchased the portrait and brought it home. Within 2 days, she hurried back to the shop, practically thrusting the picture into the staff's hands. She was unnerved and agitated, claiming she could not stand to live with the painting watching her. The little girl's eyes, she said, seemed to follow her around the room, leaving her deeply unsettled. As she returned the portrait, the frightened buyer allegedly exclaimed, "I never want to see the damned thing again." The charity shop staff, amused by the dramatic return, decided to make a little joke out of the situation. They placed the painting in the front window with a tongue-in-cheek label describing it as possibly cursed. Shoppers passing by could see the solemn little girl in the frame, now accompanied by a cheeky warning sign. It read, "Possibly cursed," in bold letters next to the £20 price, as if daring someone to take her home. At this point, the curse was treated as nothing more than a playful gimmick, until a second customer was intrigued enough to buy the painting despite the warning. The new owner, Zoe Elliott Brown, visited the shop with her mother, Jane. Zoe later recalled how strangely fixated her mother became with the portrait. "I've never seen my mum want something so much," Zoe said. Despite the cashier's half-joking caution that the item might be cursed, Zoe purchased the painting and took it home. Almost immediately, strange occurrences began to plague the household. The family's dog, Scylla, reacted in a way it never had before, snarling and growling at the painting as if sensing something was very wrong. Soon after, Jane began experiencing alarming health issues. She was suddenly overcome by bouts of shakiness and intense hot flashes. She even collapsed at one point, a frightening incident that coincided with the painting's arrival. Oddly, despite feeling physically ill, Jane complained of feeling cold. She bundled herself in sweaters in the middle of summer. Even more disturbing was Jane's growing obsession with the painting. It was as if the portrait cast a spell over her. Zoe would catch her mother staring at the little girl's image for long periods, caressing the painting's cheek and frame, treating it like a precious thing. If Zoe suggested removing or hiding the painting, Jane became unusually angry and defensive, weirdly protective of the object. As days passed, the unsettling phenomena in the house escalated. Late at night, Zoe began hearing phantom knocks on the front door, but whenever she went to check, no one would be there. Desperate, she attempted a DIY exorcism. She placed the painting in a box surrounded by cleansing sage. But the strange occurrences did not stop. The final straw came one evening during a thunderstorm. Zoe and her boyfriend, Ben, went for a walk to clear their heads. Suddenly, a huge dark figure materialized in front of them. It was a big black figure, indistinct but unmistakably there, and it was blocking their path. Ben grabbed Zoe's hand, and they turned to run. The shadowy entity gave chase, gliding after them through the rain. They barely made it back to their car, and in that moment, Zoe realized the painting had to go. Just 3 days after bringing it home, Zoe returned the painting to the charity shop. For the second time, the painting of the little girl had been bought and then hastily returned. The shop manager, Steve Elledge, updated the sign in the window. "She's back. Sold twice and returned twice. Are you brave enough?" A shopper snapped photos of the cursed painting and shared them on social media. The images quickly went viral, and within days, the haunted portrait made international headlines. Zoe, despite her fear, felt drawn back to the painting. Weeks after returning it, she went back and bought it again. This time, she had a plan. She would auction it online. Listing the portrait as a cursed painting, Zoe promised that half of the proceeds would be donated to the charity shop. The auction drew intense interest. Bidders engaged in a frenzied bidding war, and when the auction ended, the painting sold for £1,680, approximately $2,100. The winning bidder, a professional horror attraction, the London Bridge Experience, who wanted to showcase the painting in their haunted exhibit. As soon as the painting arrived in London, strange events began. The manager's car broke down on the way back from picking up the painting. A staff member dislocated his shoulder while handling it. Once on display, mysterious water droplets appeared on the painting's surface, as if it were crying. Security cameras malfunctioned, lights flickered, and employees reported seeing shadowy figures lurking in the halls. Despite these eerie occurrences, the London Bridge Experience turned the cursed painting into a feature, daring visitors to see it up close. Skeptics argue that there's no proof of a real curse, while believers point to the chilling string of events surrounding the painting. Whatever the truth, one thing is certain: this thrift store find became one of the most infamous haunted objects of modern times. Would you dare to hang this painting in your home? Let us know in the comments. And if you love eerie stories like this, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the notification bell for more spine-chilling content. Thanks for watching, and remember, sometimes the scariest stories are the ones that actually happened.